Scotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Grey Man, gonna be the first to fall. But is it ETC? No, that's Malthail up there. A triple.
Leyline used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is gonna be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead, catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Ruby's still in trouble. Pops to stay a while and listen, but it's not going to matter.
Here comes the Boros on the backside. The Visual gets thundered and then stunned. Oh my goodness! The combo!
Getting shrunk down, ETC getting killed. He becomes dog food for the Grey Man.
I didn't think they had a chance. I thought it was all over. We said all or nothing, and they got absolutely everything.
Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me.
And Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
It's like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Howdy, hello, welcome to twitch.tv/ElTaquito. I am Taco. No, there's nothing wrong with the camera. I'm wearing a green shirt with the yellow Triforce, so it is all keying out wonderfully. It's looking almost exactly how I would have expected it to, except for, well, the streak of orange at the bottom makes it look a little bit weird, and that's fine, but I wanted to acknowledge that. Out the gate, we have a wonderful Storm Division playoff match coming your way right now. The dog was here. I put a treat in the bed. She took it off to the other side of the room. Whatever, she'll be back later. To start things off, CCS ended up with the first pick. Million JPEG bans, Volskaya Foundry and Sky Temple, CCS bans. Dragonshire and Towers of Comebacks. And Million JPEG takes us to Tomb of the Spider Queen, where we are currently in the draft. You coming, baby? Come here. We are currently in the draft, and we have a good old doggo who has eaten her snicky snack and has come to draft with us. I guess I don't have a co-caster today, so I can move her here. Okay, bye. Oh, bye. Have a nice time. Sylvanas, that's the wrong side, baby. That is the wrong side. Come here. And sit. Good girl. Yeah. So, opening up the draft, we've got the a Joanna ban coming from the first draft team. That's a little bit interesting, but wanting that Lucio first, I guess, means you got to ban the Joe. Also a Deathwing ban. Million JPEG banning out the Maiev and Junkrat, so Lucio first pick, and Anduin Sylvanas as a response. Circle at the end of the draft. I will start a prediction, and then you can bet your tacos, your fuzzy taco lips. Oh, I mean, I've got a PayPal. You can financially ruin your family directly to my bank account. That's fine. Just scroll down. I don't usually ask for money on my streams though, because I do it for fun. You know, I've invested in things like a stream deck and professional emotes and stuff, but because I want to do it, not because I'm streaming for profit. And that's all I'm gonna say about it. Because otherwise it makes me doing what I said I'm not doing. Coming into the second half of the draft, we've got a Diablo and a Tychus. as the bans with the Nubrak and Blaze picked up at the end of the first half for CCS. So that's Tank and Nubrak with an offlane Blaze. Blaze been going back and forth in the as far as tanking and offlaning, very flexible hero. So coming out of the ban phase, Imperious and Varian going down. And I think that Diablo ban makes sense. With that Tychus ban, a lot of times people will ban Tychus when anticipating a Diablo, but Varian does have like the largest health pool of tanks in the game. Because once he gets that level 4, he's got such a huge health pool. So going into that Varian here kind of makes sense. Varian, Imperious with the Stab Daddy, you've got the Root, you got Anduin chastising his enemies. This is a 4-man Imperious with Hogger coming in to clean up the draft, with Tassadar Lunara being picked on the side of Can't Censorship to close out theirs. And with that, I am going to pull up that prediction that we were just talking about. And that prediction is going to be live as we roll into game number 1 of this Storm Div playoff series of Can't Censorship versus Million JPEG. Oh no, I turned off my transitions. How does the Storm one look? Hang on. Yeah, we're doing Storm Div. I like to rep. I am a member of the Region Network, so we'll take a flash at that. But we're doing Storm Div right now, so we can. We'll stick with that. We'll stick with that one for tonight. Thanks for bearing with me while I play with my buttons. Alright, it throws me down on the red side. So in the red corner, in the matching trunks, Zanehyde on the worst character in WoW lore, Chaotic on Imperious Stab Daddy, Hiva on the best character in WoW lore, Pepper on the Hogger, and WH Goon on also the worst character in WoW lore.
I've got you, father.
Yep, we understand. Baby Joanna in flight. On the side of Can't Censorship, we've got Death Strikes on Tassadar, Space Jesus, Gingy Boy on the Beetle, Sakatora on Mundane Zebra on the Blaze, and Shredded Wind on that Boostio. Does it still say East? Oh, I didn't change it. I changed everything else except for that one. Woo! So we do have, you know, opening stuff where nobody's gonna die. So here's the talents on the screen. And everyone's just gonna be like, yeah, cool, we've got health bars, and they don't matter. Imperious stabbing on in to the Lunar, gonna get booted by the Lucio. And Imperious in delayed fashion getting taken out by the Tassadar. That is going to be first blood over to Can't Censorship. And gonna move on ahead. So Blaze Varian chilling in the bottom lane. So is this more of a main tank Imperious then? It's really weird what's going on with these drafts. I like this triple bruiser draft. It's just sometimes they're really hard to execute, and I feel like Hogger's been an essential part of triple bruiser drafts lately. Both teams picking up their bruiser camps at about the same time. Also, I don't know if CCS is, but Wildheart is doing a watch party in support of Million JPEG. I believe there are places that you can go in the CCS Discord as well to cheer on Can't Censorship, and y'all can watch me all together and talk about what a goober I am. Speaking of goobers, Varian dashing on in to the Lunara, going to taunt, but no follow-up. But Nubrak with the Impale catching 3 on that follow-up, and that's going to keep the Lunara and the Nubrak alive. And Million JPEG deciding to back off. Imperius coming straight out of the bush onto the Tassadar, but no damage again for the follow-up. Just kind of reminding him, hey, I have this button, I can do it. But taunt onto the Nubrak. Nubrak gonna burrow charge away. He's unstoppable, but that is not unkillable, my friend. And that is going to be a retaliatory kill for Million JPEG, bringing the score back to 1-1, and a little bit of bonus XP on that because it was a later kill. 150 more XP for the kill on a Nubrak than for that first blood on Imperius. Level 4 talents are on board. Is that Subwoofer? It is. We got to fight over this siege camp. Here comes Imperius to fend off the Blaze and help the Hogger. Looks like it's going to work. Sergeant Pepper being left alone by Blaze now. And everyone else just kind of cleaning up lanes. Both teams have more than enough gems for a turn-in, and it looks like CCS is going to try to get that in right now. But Heva, oh no. Million JPEG has got none of their gems in though. So that could cause a little bit of a struggle. I'm of the opinion though, sometimes you just don't want the first turn in. You want to wait a little bit longer. You want to go ahead and get theirs cleaned out. Get a little bit stronger spiders. Big double stab onto Lunar and the Nubrak. Lucio, big plays every time that Imperius comes in with that stab, booping him away with the sound, with the subwoofer, or whatever the base ability is called. And Anduin absolutely screaming. Keeping the Varian alive there. So close to death was Varian and Imperius. Varian having to go back. CCS able to get the first turn in of the game. Soundwave, that's what it's called. So first turn in comes in. And I'm actually, Sylvanas is pretty good about it. I think Hogger's okay, but I'm a little bit concerned about Million JPEG's ability to clear. So I drink whiskey. And then I don't worry so much. Big fight in the bottom lane with the Blaze charging in on the Hogger. We've got a 4v4 here in the mid. Looks like some stabbing and some Lunara damage coming out, but Shredded Wind just passively healing up his team. Doesn't require any mana for the passive healing. Anduin though, what a goon. What a goon! Getting his team back up to full health, except for, of course, the Hogger, who is, well, jogging. Hogger is jogging. So no fort goes down, loses the top gate and the mid gate. So Million JPEG, again, having a little bit of a struggle with that clear. It worked out okay. Big ol' stab onto Nubrak. Only gonna catch Nubrak though. Zebra charging it onto Imperius. There comes the force wall. The Tassadar Space Jesus coming in for the damage, but Anduin yet again saving his dad. I've got you, Dad. Varian in the middle of the fight, getting yanked out of it like, whoa, what's happening? Oh, God, dang it, Anduin. And, and go to your room. But Million JPEG coming in with their turn in. They're getting Spider Queens and Spider Queen accessories. So that is, or I guess Web Weavers and Web Weaver accessories. And that is going to work out probably pretty well for them right now. Blaze is going to clear his relatively quickly. But Sylvanas disabling these structures. Impale onto the Varian. He's going to go ahead and parry. I'm not sure what attacks he was parrying there, but hey, it worked. He's alive. 5-man push here in the mid lane. Sylvanas Black Arrows are down though. So they're getting a little bit of structure damage, but they're going to have to let it fall off. Tassadar in the top lane, wearing down this Web Weaver. The bottom Web Weaver is absolutely toast forever ago because of those Incinerator Gauntlets. But they're going to... looks like just about the same amount of value for both teams. However, Million JPEG does have another turn-in available. Ooh! A Nubrek sitting in the bush like a good tank. Imperious comes on in, also like a good tank. And then a Nubrek says, I give you needles and I walk away. Like the worst drug dealer ever. He's like just dropping them on the ground. Darien charging onto the blaze. No taunt though, not available. Million Zebra gonna jet propulsion. Got a little bit of pressure here in the top lane. Teams are kind of focusing on that. We've got a bruiser camp here. And Blaze coming on in to stop this turn in. Hogger getting the camp. We've got a lot going on, but I feel like I can't pull up my DLC yet. Because anything may happen at any moment. Taunt onto Tassadar, but no follow-up damage yet again. I saw the Wailing Arrow came out. Oh, we are level 12. I should talk about the level 10 talents. So you can see the full talent builds. But we've got we've got a Cocoon onto the Varian. He's gonna get pulled out though. A aggressive move in. Here comes the Light Bomb. Not gonna get a single stun, but Lucio is gonna get popped by the Hogger. Lucio going down first into this fight, but Lunara jumping around onto the Sylvanas, not going to get enough damage. Zanehide, or Mundane Zebra, where did that, Zanehide's over there. Okay, I knew I wasn't crazy. Going to use that homie bunker to stay alive, but we're going to get another 2 for 2. So far, 2 for 3 in the fight altogether. Lunara using that wall, look at that. What a jump, using that wall to get away. That's some impressive Lunara play. People oftentimes forget about structures, but using the wall going laterally over this wall, like just completely vaulted up here. That was, in my opinion, very, very impressive. But then again, I've been in plat, gold, and silver this season in that order, so what the hell do I know? Anyway, level 10's online. I think I mentioned most of them in the fight, but we've got Leaping Strikes, we've got High Five, very nice, Archon, Cocoon, and the homie bunker. 4 can't censorship. Hortipult, Varian, Taunt, that's the one. Taunt, did he grab? He went charge? Ward charge? Oh no, I looked at level 13. He still went Juggernaut. Okay. Light Bomb goes out. He's going to get a stun onto a Nubrek. Nubrek looks like he's going to disengage though. Going to be a fairly clean disengage. No one's going to die during this fight, but this second set of Web Weavers in a row and Web Weaver accessories going to push in that middle fort. Looks like they're going to get the top fort as well. So again, the Tortipult, Taunt, Wailing Era, Light Bomb, and Vala is my shield. Angelic Armaments on the Imperious. There's going to be another Wailing Arrow going out along with the Taunt. Homie bunker's going to get dropped. Lucio going to get in. No one's going to die. Both teams. This is the thing about Storm Div. I love watching Storm Div, especially on this map. I mean, I hate it on this map for the same reason. But these teams are generally so good at not dying. They make really good engages. Everybody presses their buttons right for the most part. But nobody dies. Nobody freaking dies. Everybody pumps out damage. Nobody dies. We're going to run around each other and soak, and we're not going to fight, and nobody dies. And then we are going to fight, but you're going to get low, and I'm going to get low. It's like, nah, we cool, we cool, we cool, we cool. I'm waving my hand frantically. I know you can't see. Like, we cool. And everyone else is like, yeah, you're right, we cool, we cool. And then they back off, and then nobody dies. Like, come on. I know it's Heroes of the Destroy the Structures, but maybe you fight each other a little bit. Structures of the Storm. All right, let's take a look at what's going on the, nope, maybe on the map. No, we got a bit of an engage here mid, maybe. Varian getting the scouting out. Red team really spread out across the map, getting a lot of vision, a lot of presence, but not going to be able to take a fight. Whereas CCS is a bit clumped up towards the top turn-in. $1 million JPEG converging in, and that is, and Sylvanas finishing the turn-in before Looney Balloony can, and that is going to be a third set of red Web Weavers and Web Weaver accessories in a row for Anduini and Father. Yeah, Pat, that's right. That's exactly right. Is that the one where he's trying to? Is that the same one about the opera or whatever, or the Broadway musicals? Big push into the mid bottom when we were starting to go down. Looks like that keeps not going to get super threatened. Alright, all the web weavers are down. All the camps except for Siege are up. I would expect teams to start looking at their bruiser camps, as both teams are kind of spread out. We see $1 Million converging in on the turn-in. Pierce, it looks like he's going to try to get this turn-in bot. And $1 Million JPEG really trying to keep CCS from moving in onto the turn-ins. Looks like they're going to start getting closer together as the bruiser camp does get capped. Neither team really wanting to commit to anything right now. There's a level disadvantage, yes, or a level lead, but no talent tier advantage. That's going to be, wow. Pierce going hard in on the engagement. Forceful comes out to stop the retreat. The leap of faith coming out for the save. I heard the wailing arrow. Light bomb goes out and nobody's dead. Nobody's dead. Just nope. Nobody's dead. Lunara trying to turn in 29. Hogger hortipulting on in, and Lunara coming back with the safety. But Nubrak, Gingy boy, looking a little bit ginger, a little bit tender after that one. Gingerly, right? Yeah, gingerly. That's like tender, gentle. Yes, that is a word. I know it's a word. No, don't lie to me, Pat. Darien waiting in the bush, gonna get the jump on Lunara, and then Lunara's like, ah, you have no damage to help you. I walk away. I'm sailing away. And we see a boss play? That looks bold. Especially with the web weaver turn, and they're gonna have to back off. That boss flag still staying on the map. So CCS moving on in, but Lunara finally gonna get caught by the taunt with follow-up damage to roll. So that is going to be a 5v4 advantage coming into this web weaver phase. The cocoon comes out, and Varian is freed from that Anubrak webbing. Which, he's a beetle. One, he's a beetle. He doesn't make a cocoon. He's a beetle. Why does he have web shooters? You know what else is a word, Junkadara Space Jesus? Big stab onto the Anubrak in the blaze, followed up with the wailing arrow. They're going to get down below half health and not die. They're just going to not die. Bottom web weaver not going to go anywhere, and $1 Million JPEG just setting up for the boss right off the bat. Said we're not going to show him the map. We're not going to let him know what's up. We're getting boss. Let's go. I am intrigued to see, is it 7? Is it 8? It must be 6. Objective count fairly low for $1 Million JPEG. Looks like Blaze and Nubrak together with 44. So neither team with the turn-in available. Imperious going to get a little bit of clear right here. Talents are on the screen. Level 20s for $1 Million JPEG. That's going to be no control. Glory to the Alliance. Withering Fire, Withering Barrage. Light Bomb improvement, Inner Fire, and whatever Imperious decides to get. Naps, you can't even see me. Don't worry about my posture. Boss is about to go down with no contest from Can't Censorship. But mid fort or bottom fort went down. Mid fort is going down as well. CCS picking up the siege camp to let it push bot while they go back and defend the base. That siege camp probably going to get a lot of value. We're going to keep an eye on that as the boss controlling in. The black arrow's already used on this keep. not going to be able to help out the boss now. I'm not sure about that decision, but I don't play at this level. Lots of fake damage onto the Hager. A Nubrek with the pull and the Tim Tebow gonna heal up the Hager. Light Bomb goes off with that inner fire. Lucio in the high fives dancing around. That's gonna be a mixing fire, I think. We'll look at those level 20s in a second, but the keep goes down. The boss is at 3/4 health. Again, nobody's dead, but all of the buttons are on cooldown except for the 2 that don't actually have one. Oh, Sylvan is getting flying too close to the sun, getting killed by the keep. And Imperius getting yeeted back by the Anduin, getting a little bit of low for that poison damage on Lunar. Lunar jumping back into the base. No, not quite. Killed on the courthouse. Stabs Varian with the execution. Core at 70% and falling. The boss is about to go down. I don't know if there's going to be enough damage. The Archon is out and going, but Varian walking around trying to get out the damage. Anubrek and Blaze putting out a lot of stuns, taking out the Hager. Imperius and Anduin and Varian all looking really low, about to fall. 7% core, 5, 3%. The 2 catapults are gonna hit, and that's gonna be game number 1. But also take a look right there. That siege camp had that keep really low. It was almost really good. It was a really good play. It was a really good setup. They weren't able to keep the core alive, unfortunately, to get use out of that to get out of that situation and be able to utilize that siege camp. But that was the right choice. They even if they had backed before taking the siege camp, they wouldn't have really been able to pressure the boss in the oncoming push. So I think that siege camp was absolutely the right choice, and they just weren't able to put out enough damage to stop to stop the win. With that means we are going to choose a prediction outcome. 99% to Juan. Favor of Can't Censorship winning the no. Million JPEG. My bad. I almost did this completely wrong. I am so sorry to whoever I almost gave points to, or almost took points away from. Million JPEG going to win game number 1. Lots of points to whoever bet 10. Who bet? Yeah. Alright, so stats have been on the screen for a little bit. Here are the talents for those of you that like to look at talents. We didn't get to look at level 20s for Can't Censorship, but we had Flash Fire, right? Or Burn Notice, I should say. Rewind, Twilight Archon, Mixing Fire, and Unfair Advantage. Intensifying Toxin. Unfair Advantage is level 16. I got a friend request from a Storm Div player. Oh! I pressed the wrong button. So yeah, I'm still showing the thing here. Let's go back to me, or we can come back to, let's go back to here, because we are going to the Alteric Pass. I don't know why, but you know, we are. Hang on one second. Sorry about that. Wife has migraine. Are they outside again? Can you go ahead and let them in? Alright, we gotta get the dogs. Gotta get the dogs. Dogs are a key part of dogs are a key part of my cast. Recaro Recliner. Yeah, I think so. There was a lot of Lunara could have put out a lot of extra damage there. Especially, I forget if Lunara took Splintered Spear, but when Varian and Anduin and Hager, I think it was, were super low there around the core, Splintered Spear just kind of takes care of all of them, and then she's able to clear out those minions. I think that kill on Lunara was huge by the Varian. And I thought she was in the clear. I thought she was already like enough past the gate to be safe. Varian said, nah, bruh. Alt-right pass, classic Junkrat ban. Dahaka, Nubrak bans. Nubrak can sneak turn in on his own. Medivh ban. Medivh's pretty regular in
Hunt them down.
In Storm Div. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing the replay on that, or if somebody wants to go back and look and give a verdict. Puppuccino! Puppuccino! Oh. You went to this one? Come on. Oh. Here you go, buddy. So, an early Maiev pick. That's a little bit interesting from Chaotic. And Pepper picking up the Blaze. But as we saw, Blaze could be the tank. Blaze could be the bruiser here. Oh, yeah. Right, but Pat, I thought you only had to have one hoof in the safe zone to be safe. Huh? Are your fans here? Oh, yeah, come on. That's fine. And here's the cameo appearance of the wife, with the high five. That's my healer. She keeps me alive. So now that draft is almost over, mid band's gonna be the Deathwing and the Diablo, both the fire-breathing assholes. So with that Diablo ban, we're gonna pick up the interesting. Wonder where the Tychus fit into that draft. But Blaze, Maiev, Joanna, and Tychus coming in. So Joe making it to the back half of the draft now. I guess the highest level players really deciding that nerf to Joe removed a lot of her draft priority. So that'll yeah, her entire circle must have been out. So yeah, Joanna late in draft. Looks like it's going to be a thing. Varian flipping over to Gingy Boy. So we're going to get Varian on the side of Can't Censorship, Sylvanas, Hager, Lucio, and Chromie. We see the classic Rhaegar Joe on the same team, which is supposed to be illegal, but screw the rules. I have Shamans. Plays Maiev, Joe, Tychus, and Rhaegar. So with the draft being complete, we shall start prediction number 2. As we move over into, I'll wait a second. We finally got the pupper on the cam, and he's chewing his snack. So we'll hang out here for a second as we load in. Just a reminder, I do have all of my new emotes in play. Oh, I forgot to look to see who was in the No Death Club, but now we move into the game on the blue time. Can't Censorship, Shredded Wind on that Boostio, Psychotora on the Sylvanas, Death Strikes on the Chromester, Gingy Boy on Varian, What is going on? Uh-oh. My chat button broke. And what is that? Mundane Zebra left on the Hogger. That is Can't Censorship in the red trunks. You got Zane Hyde on the Joe, Pepper on the Blaze, Goon on Rhaegar, Chaotic on the Tychus, and Hiva on my app. Sorry, something popped up on my ability to chat in there we go. I got rid of it. In my OBS, so like covering half of my chat bar. So I can't see what you lovely people say, but it's the beginning of the game, so no one's gonna die anyway. Here is a look at level 1 talents. Anyway, what I was trying to do as camps start getting taken, Joanna scouting. We've got oh, you know what? My bad. I didn't mean to keep us on red team view only. My apologies. I'm just having a struggle with this one. There we go. That's all I wanted to do. Darien, is there a reason you're climbing up on the desk? Recliner, I hope not. This objective just feels so lackluster. Although I don't see... I feel like CCS would want objective before 10 because I think that Million JPEG has the stronger team fight in the quarter of the objectives as opposed to just out in the lanes. So I think CCS is gonna have a larger I think Million JPEG will not have a sense of urgency for the objective, whereas CCS probably should.
Our scouts that the horde's having some of our prisoners. Get ready to free them.
Also, there is a Hogger in the game, so keep in mind there is the chance of an accidental use of the Hogger bug, which we hope CCS doesn't do because we don't want to have to stop the game and deal with stuff.
All right, lads and lassies, keep our prison camp from being captured and get our soldiers out of the fort.
That actually reminds me. Oh no, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. Oh, my mouse got away. As sounds like Varian going with the taunt onto the Joe. Joe looking at half health. Chromie just peppering in that damage though, but went with the overall spell power. The level 1 not stacking a quest. Lots of damage going out in the mid lane, but nothing really happening. Tychus Darien dance around. Camps going up. Sorry about the quiet for the moment. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. No one's dying. Did someone die? I see a kill on each side. Where did those happen? First objectives are up. Sylvanas and Rhaegar. I don't know how I missed those. Non-punchable Tychus. I love it, Pat. More skirmishing, level 10s online for both teams. So neither team approaching objective to level 10. And Million JPEG going to pick up the channel first. We're gonna get the Bloodlust comes out. There's the Falling Sword. Looks like Maiev missing the containment disc though. That's 3 of the ults. Homie Bunker and Commandeer Odin for Million JPEG. There is the Homie Bunker out. Everybody low on the side of Million JPEG. Tychus retreating in the wrong direction. He's just gonna back in that bush. Someone calling for the ping on Tychus there. They're gonna find him. Shredded Wind with the interrupt on the back. Good pings from Can't Censorship. That's gonna be 3 kills to none, and they're just gonna push. Sylvanas Hogger getting out all that siege damage. So, Welling Arrow, Hortipole, Taunt, Swamp of Sadness, and the High Five coming out for CCS. And looks like they're going to take control of this objective. Taunt out of Blaze, trying to stop the channel, but he's not going to be able to get away. The taunt was on the Jawan. Jawan's going to Iron Skin out. Rhaegar looking to be on the wrong side of the map. I think they were trying to sneak the cap on the backside. Not gonna work out. And channel goes to Can't Censorship for the first objective of the map. Black Arrow's push into the middle fort. Cavalry has arrived. Damage is low on this clear out. Tychus and Blaze in the off lanes. And this mid fort is just going to fall over like paper. And now, big charge onto the Maiev. The Falling Sword to free the taunt. But Maiev getting stuck. Going to blink away and pull Varian with. There is the Bloodlust to try to close the gap. It's not going to work though. That is a Bloodlust down.
You can knock us down, but we'll get right back up.
Maiev sitting on the camp. Both teams picking up the Beyonce Knolls. Yeah, I think Bloodlust is good for the escapes. I don't think they're gonna get good engages off of it though. But I mean, Tychus will benefit, right? Although I think there's a cap on attack speed anyway, so maybe it doesn't benefit as much. The Falling Sword comes out, not gonna land on anybody. Doesn't really do much with the Unstoppable from it either. Yeah, I think the containment disc has value though if it lands on the Lucio, who's gonna be really hard to hit with it. Otherwise, the High Five, as it comes out of the containment disc, gets rid of the silence. I don't know about the vision though. If anybody knows, big pull from the Maiev, but Mundane Zebra going to get away. He was the only one really in danger. The containment disc looks like it misses. If anybody knows if a Lucio High Five will clear the disrupted vision from isolation, from containment disc, from level 20 mind control, What is it? Oh, Mal'Ganis. Level 20 Mal'Ganis sleep. Big taunt under the keeps. Black arrows making it safe. The Bloodlust not going to save the Blaze. But there's some pressure. Falling Sword going in. Super aggressive. Zaynite on the moon. Going to get time trapped. Going to allow the team to catch up, though. And that's going to be a safe. Everybody else, Darien, you're a dog, but that doesn't mean you need to be barking right now. Boss gets pulled but left alone. Gingy Boy saying, how many towers can I get hit by at the same time? The answer is 3, by the way. Big push into this top lane. So far, middle fort, the only fort that has gone down, but the Black Arrows suppressing the PvE side of Million JPEG. Black Arrows is worn off. Zaynite looking low though, gonna get taunted. Iron Skin not available during the taunt. That is going to be another kill over to Can't Censor Ship. They're up 6 kills to 1. Some really good fights going in their favor. It looks like they're going to be able to push in onto this objective pretty much unhindered.
Open these cages. Guard them in the meantime.
So objectives going on. Looks like Rhaegar looking at this bottom boss. He's gonna start boss. Wait. Rhaegar's just like, I'm starting boss. What? Does my ab Rhaegar enough? Forget that top objective. Let's check this shit. Let's check this out. Hogger almost going down to scalp, but decides not to. He's gonna move up. Varian Sylvanas Chromie on that top boss. Alright, this boss is definitely about to go down now. And that top boss at half is also going to get schmelted. Isn't that right, Silly Banana? I love it when Silly's like under my desk and she pokes her head out. Oh, she's got the cutest smile. She's got such a cute smile. Top fort does go down. Bottom fort is going to defend this objective with the help, or not objective, the boss with the help of an objective and mundane zebra. So overall, not the greatest trade for Million JPEG. Losing objective, losing out on the boss push. They're gonna lose their bottom fort as well. And Can't Censor Ship saying, well, what fort? There's no fort here. It's rotating next to the keeps. Commandeer Odin is going to come out. Hogger bearing down onto the towers. Commandeer Odin does get taunted. Some other stuff, probably Purge, gonna come out to try to keep Tychus alive. Tychus gonna get blocked in by that loot fort though, and Chromie going to secure the kill. Blaze getting knocked away with that staggering blow. This looks like it's going to be a heavy siege into this bottom keep. Even though the cavalry is down, it's 5v4. Let's take a look at this. This Rhaegar build. Yeah, that's what I like to see. Level 7 I don't really care about, but I like, I don't know about Totem anymore, but I'd like the heal at 4 and 13. I think that's going to be the most value for him now. I don't think Grounded Totem gets him much value right now. Although I forgot it does the spell power reduction. Falling Sword away. Chromie seeing the vision on, or seeing the Blaze with that vision from level 1. Blaze gonna go up and start clearing out top, and CCS makes a beeline run for their camp, so we can come in and we can take a look to see what's going on the map. Darien posted up there on the side. Hogger going up the top lane to match Blaze with clear. Both teams getting their camps, and Joe also clearing out bot lane. About to start evening up the pressure in the lanes, but definitely advantage over to CCS as they have that bot keep down. They still have all of their own structures, and So minion waves are just going to push in their favor right now. Joanna posting up in the jungle, trying to get that vision, looking for rotations.
More of our soldiers have been taken prisoner. Let's take
CCS just staying in the lane, saying we're pushing, we're good, we're Gucci. Charge onto the Joe, falling sword out to not get caught by that taunt. That's a 50 second cooldown in exchange for not drawing an 18-second cooldown. 18? 16. Commandeer Odin does get popped as well. A little bit early, I guess, trying to get that clear safely. Unfortunately, that Odin's not going to be available for the for this objective now. Hi, Dairy Doodle. The camp gets channeled, but nobody stays on it, so minions take it back. Lucio channeling again. We see camps coming back up. Danehyde going up to get the clear. Joanna, a high wave clear tank. Really, really powerful there. I don't think we got the wave clear talent. No. Puppy Dog, can I help you? Darian's trying to climb up onto my chair, but he doesn't want into my lap, so that is sad. CCS cavalry is arriving. They are on their way. This is going to be a big push here at level 20 for both teams as they're on their way. Commandeer Odin coming out. That is the big red button, so it's going to have a lot longer duration now. That is the Warlord shout. The Sky Heaven's Fury Fall stuff. Oh, the move speed. Okay. Move speed, attack speed. Move and attack speed. And the homie bunker improvement. Gonna get Mixing Fire, Pierce, Glory to the Alliance, Hogger, stupid stuff, and Blink. So, with that mid keep going down, this core is super vulnerable now with only 20 armor left. The Bloodlust going out. Lucio did get caught in that containment disc. He's not gonna be able to save his team. The Falling Sword getting 60% of the way to a reset. That's going to be 4 dead. 2,000 health on the core. Are the Winions going to take it though? 1,009. No. Okay, that core is alive, but there's still stuff marching in. They cannot let that into the core because the core is going to suicide onto the minions, which I've seen happen. Oh, that was painful when that happened. So that's going to be a clean clear $4 million JPEG. Throw some fire in the chat for that one. Holy cow. Now they have an opportunity to get structures, to get 2 bosses, to push into a keep. They're not going to be able to win here, but their boss is going to heal, or their core is going to heal up. Holy wow, that defense. You're a dog, don't bark. No sir. So that boss gets capped. Hogger is alive. Sylvanas is alive. Varian is alive. Lucio is alive. And Chromie's about to be alive. Are they coming up here? Are they coming up here?
The hordes captured more of our troops.
Just wow. Talk about a core throw. Oh man. $1 million JPEG still in it. CCS trying to finish out. Going to get about exactly half of the reset on that Falling Sword. Bloodlust is out. The charge goes. The taunt comes out. But Purge going to save the Joe. Everyone's at half health. By everyone, I mean 3 of $1 million JPEG. The objective is up, and Boss is pushing bot. That's probably going to get that keep. but that keep won't matter if Million JPEG goes down here. The pressure is on from Can't Censor Ship. The Heaven's Fury coming out yet again to heal up the team, keep them unstoppable, not slowed, not caught. Big grenade onto the Croby. That is a lot of damage. Containment disc onto the variant. This is going to allow Million to move on in. There's going to be a big 3-man Umbral bind. Hogger's going to pop, and Bayev is going to fall as well. The Falling Sword not going to get the heal out in time. Instead, going to heal at the back line. Blaze coming in with a 4-man stun. That was a huge jab propulsion. Joe back at full health. And just the back and forth here, trying to stay alive. The heal from the double shield glare charges coming in 1-for-1 on that exchange, and it looks like CCS is going to go for boss here. That's going to be big. This is actually going to be an impactful boss. That bottom keep did not go down either. That is an oof for Million JPEG. Falling Sword just cuz on the bosses. Blaze gonna get in time. No, time stop. Oh, that hurts. Time stop lasted long enough for Joe to get killed. The grenade didn't come in quite in time, or didn't knock him off of the point. And that is that's gonna be boss over to CCS. They don't lose anybody either, which means they have 5v4 pushing into this keep with the boss. They could also start the objective for now, but Hogger's going to come in to push. 5v4 push with the boss onto what's going to be a completely open core. I don't see Million JPEG getting out of this one this time, but who knows, man? Who knows? If they let the boss walk through and can keep the enemy team outside of the core, something could happen. But that looks like... Is that Shockwave on Hogger? I guess I didn't call that out earlier. The Hogger Shockwave not going to, or does land, gets a lot of stun. That's going to be GG over to Can't Censor Ship. The boss, the 5-man push into the core to end the game and guarantee us a game number 4, taking us out of game number 2. The stats are on the screen. Let me correctly indicate all of this fun stuff on the caster side. A much more even vote split this time on the prediction in favor of CCS. Miss Windup Bird, hey, how you doing? What a game. What a game number 2. Really back and forth. It seemed really one-sided in favor of CCS as far as objectives and stuff go, but I don't know. It seemed like Million JPEG was never out of it. Then Million JPEG comes in with the huge core defense and is almost able to take the game back. Yeah, really close in healing. Wow. Only a difference of, what is that, 22 healing. That's interesting. Pat, you're just mad. You're just mad about the name. Oh, interesting. I just learned something from Twitch. Oh no, I didn't show the talents. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I didn't show the talents because they have a lobby up already. So I'm sorry, chat. Alright, so we are in a lobby for game number 3. We are going to look at the map view. We're going to Battlefield of Eternity. If one of you people that remembers all the random stuff is in the chat, remind me of the names of the Demon and the Angel. Balroth? Is Balroth one of them? Dairy Doodle, come here. Come here. Come here, buddy. Oh, silly, you want to come here? You want to come here? Oh, you know I'm gonna pick you up and you hate it. Oh, silly banana hates being picked up. Ugh. On a scale of 1 to what the fuck are you doing? How uncomfortable does she look? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she hates this. Darien, come here. Why are the water bowls empty? Alright, so yeah, let me do that for the doggos real quick. Here we are in the draft. I didn't want to interrupt the wonderful Towers of Doom Halloween Vidya. The bans have just finished. Lucio and Abathur getting banned out. Lucio's been very effective both games so far. In fact, Lucio undefeated in this match. And I think Blaze has been on the losing side all 3 games. I think Blaze has been on the losing side all 3 games, and Lucio's been on the winning side all 3 games. Because Lucio swapped sides, and I'm pretty sure Blaze swapped sides. Maev coming in on the side of can't censorship as well. Blaze is that first pick for $1 million JPEGs. Maev Leoric, so that's gonna be interesting. A little bit of Entomb and the Cage. Maybe an Orphea Feast. Did yeah, Recliner. Shredded played Lucio game 2. Did Shredded play Lucio game 1? I forget. I thought Goon played Lucio game 1. But yeah, a lot of times you'll see these Storm Div teams ban Sorry, very important message. Anduin, okay. Thank you, Recliner. I really appreciate it. So Lucio is played by Shredded both games, and then they banned Lucio. Interesting. Okay, that makes that a lot more interesting. I'm liking this Hanzo pickup. I like the Karazim. For reasons that aren't happening right now, but I like the Karazim here. I think Karazim being able to follow with the Blaze and the tank, Zainhide, that would be super useful here. But Li Ming is really good race, and Brightwing is going to be super disruptive on the engages. I like a Brightwing pick on Battlefield of Eternity. It's a big map, there's a huge jungle. Being able to make a safe rotation by pressing Z and really changing the tide of a fight is absolutely big league for a healer. What is going on?
Will rise again.
Darien, how many times do I have to tell you that you are such a cute doggo and I don't know where your meatball treats went? However, what I do know is that Silly Banana wants to go in there and Darien gets to stay out here. Darien, you have so many fans. You have to say hi to your fans. Look at this handsome boy. Oh, what happened to your bandana? What happened to your bandana? Look at this handsome boy. Yeah. You're the most handsome boy. You're even more handsomer than me. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the kisses. So let's talk about the rest of this draft because I missed some. I do see the Greymane pickup and the ETC, so we can take a look at that. Joe is the last pick. That is interesting. Joe really making it late into drafts.
Prepare yourselves for battle, heroes.
So game number 3, Inbound Mundane Zebra on the Leoric. Let's see if he knows how Leoric works. If he can get that trait value, a good Leoric doesn't even know what Leoric's trait is. Death Strikes on the Li Ming. Oh, look at that. She's just like riding that thing like a fucking, like a boss. Psycho Tora. Uh-oh. On the Maiev. Gingy Boy on the Joe. Shredded Wind on the Brightwing. I think that's all 5. On the side of Million JPEG, we've got Pepper on the Blaze, Hiva on the Greymane, Goon on the Karazim, Zainhide not on the ETC currently, AFK and Hanzo being played by Chaotic. Let's jump over here. Let's jump into the map screen now that we've done the introduction so nobody's like, oh, I wonder what they're doing. Give me 1 sec while they're figuring it out.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the battle begin.
So we do have everybody back. Zainhide is present. We've got 3 running mid. There is no mid lane. My guy is looking for the gank onto Mundane Zebra. 4v1 in the top lane. Is this just going to be a split? Let's take a look at these level 1s while I figure out what's going on. Maiev and Brightwing rotating top. We've got Redemption on the Hanzo. That's the major thing. Iron Fist on the Goon. And I think that's pretty par for the course now is Iron Fisticles. I'm partial to the cooldown ones on Karazim, but apparently that's not the way to go. If your healer's not killing people, then what are they doing? You'd think the answer is healing, but Interesting jet propulsion mixed with the, uh-oh. Thank you, honey. Oh, not honey, that was someone else showing the camera. Sorry about that. I am so sorry about that. So while I sit here in sadness at my inability to control the camera after a pause, it's okay. Guess what? Nobody died. I know. There's more to the match than people dying, but so as you see, EDC slide through the Li Ming. I saw it on the minimap. Li Ming and Hanzo both looking low, but ETC also looking low, so that means Million JPEG gonna back out of this engagement. We've got a 3-2 split for both teams, which that I think is interesting. And I would, damn it, Val, really? Oh, Val, that reminds me. Lid says he's up to playing Fortnite tonight if you start feeling better. But that's neither here nor there as we see teams on their camps. Oh my goodness, Calamanzi? Is that how I'm supposed to say that? Ooh, the whiskey's burning a little bit more than usual today. And that's the black cherry. That's weird. EDC with a slide through an already unstoppable Leoring. One day we're gonna walk out and be like, ha ha! But that's fine. See, if you put the one in a different spot, you could be Cala onesie, but I guess a onesie is different from a mansie. We'll have to figure out how that works later on. No, but for real, thank you for the reminder on the camera, because I would have gone the rest of the game without it. Probably. Got some race going on for both teams. I see a Brightwing Z going out, but it looks like the Z gets interrupted by the jet propulsion, and then an ETC slide trying to catch the Brightwing. Brightwing's gonna make it out. No, that's Baev leaving. Brightwing does end up making it out though as well. But there was a kill onto the Li Ming, and that's going to alter the state of the race. Oh, Dairy Doodle. And now we are halftime. Real quick burn on the second half of that.
Approaches the gates of heaven.
Oh, Darien, what's wrong? You got an itch, my dude? It's alright. As Darien and I watch this Immortal shred this win. No, shred this fort. Darien, it's okay, buddy. Let's see who we can follow. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Come here. It's okay. It's okay. I know they can't see you right now, but you're here in spirit. Oh, he just wrapped his paws around my arm. He just wrapped it. Hang on. Oh, okay, he stopped. This can't be left alone. Can't fight up here on the top side. Oh, no wonder. And it looks like Monday and Zebra are going to have to abandon the camp. I will move the camera in just a second. Sorry, I had to turn on the fan. Bottom camp getting picked up. Looks like a big engage onto Zanehyde, but no. Instead, Maiev having to escape with the help of the Brightwing. A little bit of extra poke coming out from the Hanzo, who has been done with her redemption for a while. And, what's going on? Nothing. Nothing's going on. No one's fighting. I guess there's a little bit of push on this fort, but no one's dying. No one's fighting. What kind of bronze div stuff is this where we're not killing each other? Or, we're supposed to be, it should be bronze, and we should just be inting the whole game. No offense to anyone bronze out there. That's what I want to see. I want to see fight, 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 fight. Why aren't we playing on A-Ramp? Let's play on some A-Ramp. Whoever has map pick next, take us to A-Ramp. Oh, the stage dive coming in a little bit too late. Zanehyde also going to get pulled by the Maiev to not make it over the wall. That looks like, so that must be a yeah, that one, crowd server. Level 10's online for both teams, but I'm sneezes at the worst time in the game. Eva looking low, gonna get popped. That's Greyman and Kerosene both going down to the Maiev and the Li Ming in different parts of the map. And so even though the insane race comp was able to push halftime, Blaze going down to the Brightwing somewhere. That's gonna be halftime over to the Li Ming poke only. Excuse me. Wow, those sneezes came out. Darien, what did you bring inside on your fur? It has to be you. I wasn't sneezing until you got into my lap. The level 10s are going to be the Entomb, the Containment Disc, Blink Heal, Wave of Force, Blessed Shield, along with Stage Dive, the NA Arrow. Go for the Trope, Divine Palm, and Homie Bunker. Bunker drop. The Divine Palm comes out onto Goon at just the right time. For some reason, he was sitting at like single-digit health there for a second before he even popped the palm. That was insane discipline coming out of Karazim? Karazim? I've been too focused on the game though. Like, I know I talked to my dog, but like I haven't talked about anything random yet this cast, and that means I'm doing it wrong. If y'all have ever been at a taco cast, you know. I will talk about whatever and then jump back into a fight. Immortal coming up to the top lane. Leoric pushing back the ETC. Win on the objective for Million JPEG, as the Gilnean cocktail quest does get finished for the Jermaine Jackson 5 Tito. So everyone else saw that NA arrow, just like I did. So we're not going to say anything about it. We're not going to draw attention to it. But that NA arrow missed like crazy. But like I said, we're not going to say anything about it. We're just going to let him have that moment. Because sometimes as a Hanzo, you just like, no one saw that. But we saw it, but no one saw that. NA arrow. We're not going to talk about it. NA. Arrow. Arrow. NA. Narrow. What's going on? Look at EDC all down here by himself. Darien, if you get too much in front of me, I can't see. Okay, you're super cute. You're super cute. Hey, I want y'all to see this. Let me, y'all should see this. Boom. Yeah, he's just standing up on top of me. Yeah, there you go, Darien. Uh-huh. That's right. Oh, we've got an engage over here. So, containment disc onto the Kerosene as he's dashing away. I saw lines like there was a Umbral bind or something as well. The homie drop comes out Karazim and Greymane on the inside. Hiva jumping on in that Wolfie boy form. Wolf, 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 wolf. And the redemption gets completed again after a death. But still, no, how it, okay, Zebra dies. Mundane Zebra dies. That's, I mean, I feel bad, right? But like at the same time, wow. How is everybody at so low health and not making it into the death? Gotta make it into the death. Objectives are coming up. 3 kills to 4 as far as the score goes, but up going into this objective. 5v3. Bruiser camps get picked up for both teams. You don't show your butt to the camera. Darien, what kind of an on-air personality are you that you're like, I point my butthole at the camera? Oh, now you shove your butthole in my chin. Okay. Hang on. No. Will that show? Will this show? Yep, that's what he's doing. Divine Palm comes out just in time. Karazim's going to stay. No, not stay alive. Who got Divine Palm? Because Karazim went down. Greymane gets killed. The jump from the Hanzo not gonna make it over. He gets stuck in the bush. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe that's supposed to be a juke. But he could have just been safe. So this Immortal is going into halftime phase, but look at this Bruiser camp pushing in the top lane that Leoric has to come back and clear out. And this they're gonna push onto this keep. This may be a keep trade. No, I don't think top keep falls, but I think bottom keep may. Blaze focusing on getting down the minions. No, he doesn't take out the catapult. Never mind. That's going to be it. Bottom keep down. Top keep staying up. Leeming Poke going to finally push halftime. And we got a good old-fashioned hoedown in the bot lane. In an arrow to try to keep the Blaze alive, but the game is going to come out. Blaze, you are dead, my dude. Yeah. Divine Palm onto himself. Goon is going to die and then come back, dash to the Greymane. Umbral Bind's going to pull the Greymane back in and not catch the Goon. Jermaine Jackson 5 dead. 9 kills to 3. CCS taking absolute control over this game at this point. Only up by 1 level though. I'm about to be out of whiskey because this is game 3.
Our glory radiates through this land.
I would not be surprised if y'all can't hear me anymore. Big Hanzo kill right off the screen. I apologize. I was looking at the Immortal coming in onto the fort. Call that caster math right there. I do sincerely apologize. Level 6. I wish I saw this more in competitive. Leoric taking the Spooky Walk build at 3 and 16. 13 and 16, I mean. Instead of a 5v5, you can make a fight a 4v2.5, which I think those numbers are better, personally. So.
Thus ends my assault on hell. I must rest for a time.
Big in arrow on to Shredded Wind. He's gonna go down to half health there with even with the magic armor shield. Big engage up onto Brightwing, but the camp gets taken. Karazim at 100 health. He's gonna start healing back up. He's gonna be okay, it looks like, but Zanehyde going to be turned into ground beef as Blaze jet propulsions away, and as the glaive comes up, Maiev goes in for the kill. Goon gonna Divine Palm. He's going to make it out though. Divine Palm going to end up on cooldown. Zanehyde coming up, catching up. And the shield glare for the kill. Flashlight kills the Karazim. If you're dying to Flashlight, you should have been dead. Anyway, no offense, Goon. Love you, brother. But Flashlight for the kill. Like, just as a Joanna, well, as a tank player, I'm not a Joanna main. But as a tank player, a flashlight kill just feels so good. Redemption being completed yet again for the Hanzo. Core pressure, 50% core, 3 players down. Hanzo and Greymane, big damage. I just don't think they're gonna. Yeah, nope. Core is just so dead, so dead, so dead. Game number 3, going over to can't censor ship. You can't censorship. You can't censor ship. Game number 2. Here is the stats. I know y'all don't care as much about the stats. We'll take a quick look. Definitely a much different healing disparity here. And there are the talents, the skills here. The stats here are the talents, so that I don't forget this time. And that is game number 3. Game number 3. You can't see. I mean, I'm not gonna be on this one either. But game number 3 to can't censorship. And I'm going to leave it on the talents as I go BRB. Alright, I am back. Let's jump over to the map view. And, let's just go ahead and round out the Diablo maps. We're going to go to Battlefield of Infernal Shrines for game number 3, picked by Can't Censor Ship. Yeah, game number 3. We're still waiting on one more player to join. We are in the lobby. Sorry about that. Alright, so we are going to Infernal Shrines, in case that part was unclear. Alright. Alright, bans are done. In case y'all was wondering, the bans are done. We got Deathwing and Junkrat. I'm curious about a Junkrat ban here. I feel like Junkrat is a less impactful hero here. Oh, Calamancies. You're right. I got so caught up in refilling my whiskey and other stuff that I forgot to do that. Thank you so much for the reminder. Let me give you my sincerest apologies. Really? Why is that not gonna work? There it is. My sincerest apologies. Maev for a mid ban, as well as what is happening? Uh-oh, my thing broke. Cool. You can see the like honestly for that you can see the draft. I'm trying to fix my being able to see my stream so that I can do my proper mod stuff. Seriously? Alright, there we go. It's fixed. Anyway, so about that. See, now we have like the whole draft to talk about. Look at that, friends. Like, it's just perfect. See, now we can run down. Look, CCS banned that Deathwing, the Junkrat, the Maev, lots of displacement, lots of CC, just CCS, you know, See, crowd control sucks. There you go, Valkymer. Crowd control sucks. I gotta find a treat, my dude. Hogger, Lucio, Garrosh getting banned out from $1 Million Baby. Malfurion, Blaze, Falstad, Tychus, and Stitches coming in for CCS. $1 Million JPEG picking up the Sylvanas, Diablo, Dahaka, Brightwing, and Chromie. Let's see if I can find that treat. Alright, Naps. The wife moved my sack of treats, so, but I found them. Here, come on. Darien, come on, buddy. Yeah, oh, look at you looking so precious. Loktar. Good boy. Loktar is his release word, so he can take action that he otherwise would actually want to, that I may be restricting him from. So, we got Death Strikes on the Tigers, Gingy Boy on the Stitches, Hungry, Shredded Wind on the Malfury Bro, Mundane Zebra on the Let's Get Lit, Blaze It Up, and Psychotora on Falstad, on Swiftwing. That is Can't Censorship in the red corner, coming into game number 4, looking to force a game number 5. Goon on the Real Terror of the Skies, the Truest Dragon, Bright Wang. Hiva on the other dragon, the Chromester, Dahaka, another dragon-looking thing being played by Pepper, Diablo, yet another dragon-looking thing being played by Zanehyde, and Sylvanas, clearly the queen of dragons, the Khaleesi of Million JPEG, being played by Chaotic. That is game number 4. Here comes the Brightwing coming in onto the Zanehyde. Zanehyde gonna get healed up, barely gonna stay alive there. A huge phase shift coming out of the Bright Wang, gonna keep him alive from the Tychus, the Stitches. Lots of pressure being avoided there. Both teams gonna go to their camps. And if I do this right, and then Stitches and Brightwing are just fighting each other. Like, okay. Diablo is starting to head up. Oh, Diablo's starting to head up to help out Dahaka. But there was a hook onto the Chromester, Tychus, and Malfurion going to make sure that kill comes in hot. Level 1 talents on your screen for your viewing pleasure. If you want to look at them. If you see something that's like, hey, that's not right, you tell me. Well, we can chat. I like to chat about the weird talents. Which all of Stitches are weird talents. They should make a skin for Stitches where it's just a censored block. What the hell was that pull? What the shit? What? Because Diablo was sitting right here. And then Chromie just comes walking up right here. And the hook from down freaking town just like... I can't believe no one died out of that.
Prepare yourselves for the slaughter. Heroes slain.
Falstad working on that frequent flyer. Unfortunately, no Delta Airlines around. You can fly Spirit though. Here in Heroes of the Storm. I believe Spirit is the only airline that actually goes to the Nexus. So, you know, have fun with that. And Million JPEG getting themselves established here in the bottom objective. It's going to be a Frozen Punisher first. A Frozen Punisher. What is going on up here? Big dive into the fort. I guess it's the Hawk and Dragon, the Falstad in. Falstad going to flippy flap on out. Blaze does get taken down over that objective. Million JPEG going to get the objective coming off of that Blaze kill. That's going to be I'm really interested in how they take this approach. It's a Frozen Punisher. They've got a Sylvanas, so that's going to be a lot of value with this Punisher. But it looks like they're only pushing with 2. Diablo zoning up above, and they're just getting that lane pressure, using Brightwing to soak whichever. I see you, Salvaje. I see you screen sharing my stream for your watch party. I see it. I see it.
Red team's Punisher has fallen.
That's gonna be a camping made pickup too for $1 Million JPEG. Blaze going to go down yet again, being held down by the Diablo, and the oppressive damage from the Sylvanas. The level 8 stuck in a temporal loop for the Chromester. Going to finish off the Falstad. Got a camp pickup here on the bottom lane. That's going to be the bottom siege camp for $1 Million JPEG as well, along with Malfurion and Stitches rotating up. Gonna find the Stitches, or the Tychus. Stitches, Tychus, you know, it's like the same thing, right? As I look at minions that aren't there anymore. And we've got a pretty big split here in the on the map. I don't think they're gonna fight. We can take a look at what's going on. I mean, I think it's pretty well yeah, there's just, both teams are just like overall really like, oh, there's the charge flip onto, I think it was Tychus who running guns away, and then there's a gorge onto Diablo. The Brightwing Z comes in, but I don't think the heal goes up. That was a weird interaction. I feel like the Brightwing Z went through even though the gorge was out, and I thought gorge takes you off the map. So Diablo is going to go down. Really interesting interaction there. I also thought it was a little bold of Diablo going in on his own. Again, so looking at these level 10s, we've got the Homie Bunker, we've got Tranquility, for those of you that don't know. Gorge, Commandeer Odin, and Swiftwing Fart, also known as Mighty Gust. That's when the Griffin farts, just so you know. Got the fire, got that lightning breath from the Diablo. Temporal loop, that hook is going to miss onto the Brightwing. Isolation, along with blink heal and wailing arrow. So, a lot of wailing arrow, no mind control so far. I think out of 3 Sylvanas games. Gorge onto Diablo yet again. Black Soulstone is finished. Diablo not getting dropped across the wall, much to his fortune and Stitch's chagrin. Blink heal and a gust coming through to keep Diablo alive. Goon barely staying alive there though, being able to walk out with the gust. Time loop onto Stitches. The charge flip is going to, no flip, just a charge. I thought Stitches was going to die. Instead he gets the hook up. Brightwing. Blaze dies. Brightwing dies. Level 13 hit for the Stitches. That's going to be that increased hook range. And Falstad with the flight across the map. Flight of the Valkyries coming in on the Diablo. And that is going to be 2 kills for 1. Diablo Soul's consumed. So we have a 4v4 on this objective. Brightwing will get there before the Blaze because of the Z. 3v3 on objective, excuse me, because Sylvanas and Falstad are in the mid lane. There's pressure in the bottom lane for $1 Million JPEG. There's a flip onto Shredded Wind, but Diablo getting rooted, and was that a sleepy root? Yeah, it was. Going to stop the follow-up. Diablo getting gorged again. Every single time Stitches gorging Diablo. You don't normally go for the tank like that, but it's been effective so far. But that time, Stitches getting popped by Chromie. 5-5 on the objective, but Sylvanas moving on in. Gonna start pumping them out. That's a good camp pickup. That's a really good camp pickup for CCS there. With they're gonna lose this objective. Objectives being 39 by $1 Million JPEG, and you do that when you're trying to establish some lane pressure, some map pressure, to get that map strategy going. And so while that's happening, CCS isn't going to be able to make it in there and force them out. So instead, they're going to establish their own lane pressure and kind of make $1 Million JPEG wish they hadn't bought that extra time, because now there's pressure. The Hawk is going to have to clear that camp, but no one from CCS is up there defending against the Punisher. So what the hell do I know? From the top rope, Punisher moving in onto Shredded Farts. Now Varian trying to leap him away. Or, hang on. I think I said that wrong. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. And the Punisher does go down. The keep wall does go down. A little bit of keep damage coming in, but overall, pretty powerful Punisher. $4 million JPEG. The hook barely missing. Barely missing. Charge into the lightning breath. No flip. Lightning breath is going to be fairly inconsequential. Turns out when you're unstoppable for 4 seconds, Stitches knows where you're gonna be. Gonna get that hook. No gorge this time. Tranquility went out though, and Commandeer Odin's about halfway back. So 2 big cooldowns used there, the lightning breath and the trank, and ultimately nothing happens. Nothing happens. Gorge onto Diablo yet again. Every single gorge onto Diablo. There's gonna be the root and the sleep from the Emerald roots, Emerald Dream roots. Temporal loop onto Zebra, and that is going to be a dead blaze. Phase shift onto a soul shielded Diablo. Right? Is that? No, that wasn't soul shield. That was Pixie Dust and then soul shield. Okay. So $1 Million JPEG keeping everybody alive, but barely. Goon doing a lot of work there to keep everyone alive. That is just going to be a blaze kill advantage with Catapult pushing into the bot lane. I thought they were going to start moving bot, and along with Catapults moving in the top lane. Mid lane fairly even, but pressure in favor of $1 Million JPEG, also known according to Postman Pat as non-fungible Tychus. Crushinator coming in with a big 31 friend raid. How is it going, my guy? Hope you had a good match. We were in game 4 of Can't Censorship versus $1 Million JPEG here on Infernal Shrines. Big can't pick up. 13 minutes in. I don't know. My longest Infernal Shrines game was 43 minutes, 45 minutes, I think, officially, for an NGS match. So this game is far from over. Double bruisers in the top lane clashing against each other. Stitch is going to go down to the Sylvanas charge. Flip onto Psycha Tora. Swiftwing with that barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. I need a barrel roll soundbite. I
can't be bothered.
But that's where I am on it right now. So, Falstad going to stay alive. Dahaka, Brightwing, Chromie taking the siege camp. And this is going to be a big objective for $1 Million JPEG if they can keep it up. If they are able to hold on to this objective, that's going to put them into a 3-lane advantage. Temporal loop onto the Falstad, the barrel roll away, but Zanehyde with the charge. Swiftwing not swift enough. Look at this. Look at that death. He just like butt in the air like I'm a bird, lion, dead. I'm a dead lion bird. Yeah. Cat got my tongue. I'm dead. So Mortar Punisher coming through down the mid lane. Mortar Punisher really strong burst damage potential, especially if you can follow up the jump. But right now, just going in that PvE mode, no one baiting out the jump yet. Diablo, look at this Diablo right here, ready to. Oh, I didn't mean to click on it. Diablo ready to just go across, following up that Punisher. No, there's not going to be enough range on that charge. I would have liked to see that charge on the Stitches into the fountain though, but still zoning for his team, being able to come out of nowhere to follow up an engage. The hook is down. Hook down, hook down, hook down. $1 Million JPEG looking for an opportunity that Diablo's still not seen. There is the Hellgate. Flip, charge, dead Stitches. He didn't have a chance, but Tychus just absolutely shredding Diablo. That's going to consume that Soul Stone. A 1-for-1 in a world where Diablo's back and Stitches is not. So it's a 1-for-1, but just a reminder that this is a thing. I always forget to plug the matcherino. Storm Div is a crowd-funded prize pool. So if you, there might be a code again. I forget if there's a code or not. Maybe someone that has more responsibility than I do can let us know if there's a code. Chow Tix picking up this that siege camp. Look at the love cloud. Look at that cloud. Oh, that is such a happy cloud. It's such a loving, cute cloud. And all right, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the map real quick. Which map are we on? We're on Infernal Shrine. So while both teams are not interacting with each other, we've got red team picking up their bruiser camp. We've got blue team starting to look at their bruiser camp, and everybody's kind of clearing out the top. But again, we've got these siege camps here moving on in. So this is going to be a lot of pressure. That's why that Immortal was so, or that Punisher was so important for $1 Million JPEG, getting down that mid lane. So they're even on the bot lane, but now they have an advantage of the mid lane. They have an advantage of the top lane. They've got catapults everywhere. So even though bottom lane is neutral, they've still got the pressure from top and mid to distract from bot, so that they can hold advantage on that bot lane. And Brightwing holding this cap on this bruiser camp in the top right of your screen. So right now, just both teams trying to keep their distance. We look over here, we've got a siege camp getting picked up. You can see by the box and what I'm highlighting. But pressure onto this keep. It looks like $1 Million JPEG is looking to take out this keep coming up here in the top, but then they're gonna disperse. Brightwing's gonna go ahead and get that cap as the shrine starts to spawn in the bottom lane. And you're like, but why cap it immediately? Well, if you look at this wave up here, this shaman is now in the middle of the wave, so this shaman is super well protected. In fact, it's gonna end up a little bit behind the wave once they start clashing, and that is what you want with that camp. Forget the timing. You want that shaman behind your wave. The only thing that should be behind it is that catapult, and that is exactly what's happening here. The shrine is up. Diablo chilling out, waiting. We've got Blaze and Stitches over here, frontlining. Here comes a very aggressive Z from Dahaka. The Gingy Boy hook coming out just a little bit too early. Not gonna grab the Hawks. No licking shall be done at this moment. Diablo really needs to be hitting a lot of these W's right now. He's got no souls. This is a squish Diablo, which I guess doesn't make a huge difference into the Tychus, except now Commandeer Odin does get popped. That is a big red button. I don't think I talked about these level 20, so we will after this fight. But Zanehyde looking super low, gonna get peppered down by the Commandeer Odin. Big red button. The Fleek heal with the stealth, Invisible Friend is going to save his life along with that Hellgate to get away. Chromie in that timeout, whatever it is, for 7 seconds, popping it early to try to get away. Chromie's gonna go down. That is one, almost 2 deaths. Now going to be 2. Brightwing gonna get absolutely shredded by Malfurion. Yes, I know what I did there. Shredded. Wait. And Diablo as well does end up falling to the Falstad. Falstad moving in aggressively to get that Diablo kill. That is going to be 3 kills for none. Diablo, again, no souls. So that is a full death timer. And this is going to be a big push for CCS. CCS going to try to close out this series in game number 4 here. But Dahaka and Blaze both going at this objective, fighting each other for these minions. And Dahaka's about to be in trouble as Psychosaur comes on in. That's going to be a stun. And the lightning rod popping the crap out of Dahaka. And he's going to have to burrow to stay alive. Or submerge or whatever. No, submerge is rag. But that keep goes down. That is a big keep kill. Blaze getting killed as well by the Sylvanas. But the Arcane Punisher does go over to CCS and now into an open core. As the mighty wind tunnel of unceasing Falstad Swiftwing farts keeps Dahaka in the corner, and Dahaka just dies to the odor. So quick look at level 20s before I imagine this game ends. Burn notice, trank improvement, gorge improvement. That's hungry stitches. Big red button, mighty gust, wind tunnel at level 20. You got the Hellgate, the Pierce, the improved ice, the contagion, invisible friends, and bolt of the storm. Big level 20s. Core is now starting to take damage. The shield is down. The Punisher gonna jump onto Sylvanas and Brightwing together. Sylvanas having to use that level 16 Will of the Forsaken to get away because that Punisher moves pretty quick and would have laid the beat down. Chromie's also gonna die. That's 3 dead. Core at 70%. Sylvanas able to back and then come back into the fight, but a Core at less than 50% with 5v2. This is going to be game over. CCS going to win in game number 4. The wind tunnel not going to be enough here. GG to Can't Censor Ship. Well played set by Million JPEG as well though. Really well hard fought. Absolute great effort put through. Really good games, all 4 of them. So that is gonna be that. Here's a look at the stats. I'm going to figure out if we're going to get a web review from someone on the teams of Can't Censor Shit. I'm going to hop over here. I guess I could undef and unmute myself, and I will find out if we're going to get a thingy maneuver. Probably going to be Mundane Zebra or Zane or Shredded Wind. Zane hides on the other team, but it looks like I'm still wrong altogether as we do get the gingerest of Gingy boys, the Stitches, the tank for Can't Censor Ship. My dude, congratulations on a 4-game series. For the viewers at home, talents are on the screen. I'm going to start talking to Gingy boy, and then, so I'm not going to say the talents, but you can take a look, holler at the chat. Gingy boy, congratulations.
Thank you. I'm also accompanied by a Shredded Wind.
Oh, we did get the shred.
What's up?
Oh, man. Oh, the cuttest of farts. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's me. That's me.
To be fair, out of all the fart jokes I made, only one of them was at your expense. The rest were Falstad.
Thanks, dude. appreciate you going easy on me.
I mean, I got to get on your good side, right?
True. Fair enough.
Oh no, I forgot to do a prediction for game 4. Oh, I'm the worst.
Oh my.
Alright, so that was an intense series. Game number 1, you guys had first pick. You went to Tomb of the Spider Queen, and I still maintain that getting that siege camp was the right call because you wouldn't have actually been able to have an impact on that push during that time while they were out there. You weren't gonna push out in front of your keep. And the Lunara kill, while it looked like she was in the base, is what stopped y'all from winning game number 1 because she would have had enough damage to shred the last little bits of health on those.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
That was really unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. So what was going on with that? Was that kind of the idea? Was, hey, we get the siege camp, we have a huge advantage after we win this fight, defending our core. just like that end of the game, because we don't want to dwell on a loss, right? So, but kind of the shot calling towards the end of the game had a purpose, right? I'd like to kind of get an idea of what that was.
So the camp pushes while we defend that, right? So yeah, once we defend, they have to back up and clear, and we can run them down, kind of, if we haven't already killed them, right? So, and we can take that because we have time before the boss even gets to our keep, right? But I think we might have had to have people back sooner, I think was a big loss, because they were able to step up on the keep a lot sooner than they should have been able to, had we just left one person there to finish the camp off and then all rotated in.
Okay,
but
so that makes sense. A little bit of a miscall there. It also looked like, granted, it was so long ago now, but it looked like maybe a little bit that there was, because it was, I think, the 2 bruisers and the healer alive, and I think the catapults are what were doing the finishing damage. But again, if that Lunara was there, so whether or not the Lunara dying there was legit or not, that was close, right? Like, I thought she had leaped into base. I think chat thought she had leaped into base. I think she thought she had leapt into base.
Yeah, we all did.
I her and everything, man. I thought she was fine.
And then Varian was like, no potions.
No.
So, aside from Lunara living or dying there, is there a way for y'all to survive that push? Like, is there something y'all could have done different on that? And maybe that's a replay review thing, and I'm getting ahead of the thing, but like I love watching and casting Storm Div because y'all do things at a higher level, right? So this is my opportunity to try to learn from you guys.
Well, I think getting the camp is the correct call, because if you know that they're all on one side of the map, it's like troll to do anything else other than like get value on the other side of the map, right?
Sure.
Because you know that they're not going to contest you. If you know they're on boss, like why not take a fort or get a camp, right?
Right. So I guess to refine that question a little bit more, I mean, once they're on the core, was there maybe some better target calling that could have happened? Like with focus, maybe go for those catapults first. Like, is there a way that fight breaks down differently?
I forget what the hell happened in that fight, dude.
Fair,
yeah, it's hard to say, but
that's fair.
From my perspective, I felt like after that game, I think we should have been more aggressive, because we knew if we just let them push with, I think if we just let them push with the boss like they did, having to defend against them and the boss at the same time was just too hard. I think we should have pushed past, let the boss take the keep while we try and fight them. I think that might have been the only way. We cocoon someone and dive in super hard. I think that might have been our best choice.
That's actually super interesting. That's a really, I like that take. I've noticed one of the teams that I really enjoy playing against in my division, we've played against them for 3 seasons now. But in the first season, we lost a game to them because we won objective and we pushed the off lane, and they saw us in the off lane, so they were able to clear out the Zerg wave in the middle of the lane instead of at their keep. And I made sure to not make that mistake again because of that same thing, being able to push out and take advantage of the team being on the other side of the map, objective or boss or whatever, right? Before we move off of Tomb of the Spider Queen, Gingy Boy, it is Gingy Boy, right? Not Genji Boy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is Gingy.
A soft G. Okay. You were the Anubarak, correct?
Yes.
So I have a quick Anubarak question. I'm the tank player for my team. Anubarak is a beetle, right?
Yeah.
As far as I know, beetles don't use cocoons as any part of their process through life, and they also don't spin webs. So could you explain to me, in your own words, Anubarak's level 10?
Level 10. I think it's I don't know Warcraft lore that well, it's just how it goes, I guess.
I mean, Anub is not a beetle, he's a spider.
Is he a spider?
Is that what that is?
Yeah. He doesn't
have
he's a Nerubian, and Nerubians are spiders.
The Nerubians are actually spiders.
Well, he's a Nerubian. They have a bunch of different bugs, and he's a beetle,
right?
He's a beetle, but because he's also half spider because he's a Nerubian.
Yeah. So he's the king of the Nerubians.
So is he the king of the Tomb of the Spider Queen?
No.
Oh.
No.
That's like a HOTS realm.
Is that a reach? All right.
That is a HOTS region.
All right. Yeah, it was worth trying. Thank you for humoring me there, though. So
all good.
You move into a really strong game 2 through 4 Not that game 1 wasn't strong, just it was stronger for the other team, right? Which
Yeah.
I thought they played really well all 4 games as well. Let me see if I can take a look at how many folders do I have in my replays. Holy shit. For those watching at home, I'm trying to look at the draft. You go to All-Track Pass next, right?
Yeah.
And it looks like you go for kind of a variant pick comp with the, I think, Swamp of Sadness on the Chromie instead of the Time Loop. But it doesn't... I'm interested in your draft. Can you... Who's in charge of drafting for CCS?
That's Mundane Zebra.
Well, he's
But
not
we
here,
all
so...
kind of, yeah, we all kind of pitch in, but like, we were just kind of taking strong heroes. So we started with the Lucio and the Hogger, because Hogger can solo the camp, and you can get value because they have two people on their camp, right? So you have you have one extra person in the lanes to take advantage, right? So that was the main reasoning for the Hogger and the Lucio, and then we took Sylve as well, just because she's super strong, very general, very consistent DPS, can help push lanes, right? And then the variant and the Chromie were a counter pick to the Maev and the Johanna, right? Variant can shattering throw the Joe. It makes it really hard for her to just dive in carefree, right? And he's also super good into Tychus. And then you have Chromie, who we think can kind of deal with Maev really well because of her range. It just makes it really hard for Maev to dive on top of us.
Interesting. Okay. And it worked out well. I mean, Lucio ended up 1-1 by the end of game number 2. Then y'all ended up banning Lucio a little bit later on. So the idea behind this draft was more defensive then.
Yeah.
Was being able to respond to them trying to engage.
We banned Lucio because we wanted to Blaze, and Lucio's really good into Blaze.
And Blaze has been really prominent lately, especially in Storm League.
Yeah.
So you take Hogger on All-Track Pass. I'm sure y'all are aware of the current Hogger bug on All-Track, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So did y'all have like was your Hogger exercising extra caution around the objective to avoid causing a problem? Was that even a thought process?
No.
I don't even think it was a thought process, because like honestly, we weren't fighting around the objective that often. We really only go to the objective if we know we can absolutely cap it. And as you could see, there wasn't a lot of fighting around it. It's a lot of in between setting up the map and then you go and cap.
Yeah, it feels like the all-track objective is strong if you're prepared for it. Otherwise, it's just It has the potential to be as strong as a Frozen Punisher and as weak as a Volskaya Protector. Like, just kind of depending on how it gets set up. I thought it was interesting. One of the discussions we had in chat was that is objective going to happen before level 10? And the answer was no. But I thought that with your Chromie, your variant setup, that y'all would be looking to be more aggressive early on, and a Joe, a Rhaegar, a Blaze, they're going to have a stronger fight in and around the objective with all the walls and with the quarters and stuff. So I was surprised that y'all didn't go for objective earlier on. So if you could basically correct my thinking on it, because I thought y'all would want to go earlier instead of waiting for
the objective is really hard to take on Alterac. Like, you need to commit so much to taking the objective, because it's really easy for them to stop you, and if you commit 5 people to 4 or 5 people to the objective, they can just push elsewhere and like get equal if not more value than you on the objective, because they're getting soaked the whole time, they're getting structure damage, then they can just back and defend the objective, and like I said, they can get equal if not more value without any risk. So it's really hard to get the objective on Alterac, which is why teams typically don't go for it. They would rather just soak 10 and scale.
Yeah, hopefully none of my future opponents are watching. When I play Alterac, I'm usually playing a level 10 comp.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's you can scale really hard on Alterac. Alterac's one of those maps where you pretty much guaranteed reach late game unless you're getting absolutely rolled, because the core has 40 armor. And so you like have to take 2 keeps in order to win the game instead of just 1. Right. And the objective is so hard to cap.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's really like you're guaranteed all pretty much almost guaranteed to get late game on all track.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that makes sense. Battlefield of Eternity seemed to be also a pretty close one. I believe it was. Oh, see, now it's showing my draft not grouped by team. You guys had a Li Ming comp, and they had a pretty heckin' mecha race comp. And it seemed like they had the early game advantage. It looked like the ETC took stage dive, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all did a stage dive onto a Hanzo arrow, which nope. Hang on. ETC was on the other team. See, that's what I'm saying. You got the teams mixed up in my. I'm looking at my replay file. You guys did Joe Maev, and Li Ming as kind of your setup, right?
Yeah, which is why they had the early game on us, right? Our team kind of heavily relies on the ults, right? They can easily engage on us, and without Blessed Shield or Falling Sword, Johanna can't really peel all that well. And Brightwing can't escape because he doesn't have Blink Heal, right? It's very hard for us to just disengage without our level 10s or really engage, and so we had a tough time in the early game, and they utilized it by ETC constantly coming in on the flank, making it really hard for us to clear that objective safely. And so really we're kind of just trying to play as safe as possible while on our way to 10, and then once 10s came around, it was a lot easier for us to just turn on them.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the Joe, being able to get into that late game. She's a really strong tank early, but her late game tanking is just, I feel like it's just incomparable. But I was very surprised because she is such a strong tank, and she got a lot of her overpoweredness kind of nerfed recently, but I was surprised to see her make it to the last pick of the draft. How, did that surprise you as well?
Not really, no. Joe is not nearly as highly prioritized as she used to be.
Yeah, because she's not OP anymore. She's back to where she was, where she's a decent tank, right? We were considering other options. The only real reason we went with her because they had the Hanzo Greymane Karazim. Her blinds were going to be super strong. Can help Maev, right? That's the main reason we turned to her. She's also just going to be really hard for them to kill.
Okay, so she's like the best all-around tank, but she's the jack of all trades, master of none again. Whereas maybe the better disengage of a tank with the falling sword now.
Yeah.
Okay, so because what the level of play that I see, or that I participate in, I should say, which is silver, gold, Storm League, and Div E, right? I love my fellow Div E teams. We have such a great time. But she's still a priority, it seems like, even because the nerfs were something, right? But not enough to take away what she brings to a team. But she's not even ban worthy anymore. She's not early pick worthy.
No, because she was still easy to counter, even when she was OP. We could still easily counter, and those counters still exist.
So if you're willing to divulge, and I understand if not, but in theory, everybody that's playing at your level knows, right? What is the counter to Joanna at this point?
I think it's hard engage, and if you can kind of just ignore her, mostly, Darien is really good because you can also just punish her, right?
Okay.
If you can remove her safety nets, it's the easiest way to deal with her, right? You can either cocoon her and just remove her from the fight, or you can kill her with Varian, or go like a Diablo, where it's harder for her to peel, right?
See, I always thought Joe wins the Diablo matchup. If there's a Joe and a Diablo in a game, Joe's gonna win 9 out of 10 times.
It's a skill-based matchup, but
okay.
It's an easier tank than, say, ETC or Muradin, right?
Okay. So, Gingy, in your opinion, this may be more of a later in the interview question. I mean, we're on game 3, right? But so as a tank, who would you say, not necessarily the most fun tank to play, but who is the best tank in the game right now?
The best tank overall, probably a Nubarak.
Yeah, I'd say Nubarak.
It's probably a Nubarak, and then Diablo Stitches, Joe, and then Garrosh. I think those are my top 5.
Isn't a Nubrak the squishiest tank though?
No, I don't think he is. I'd say the squishiest tank is ETC. I
And
like
then-
it. Anubrek's got a lot of that spell protection, right?
Uh-huh.
And he's got beetles to block shots, and he has the easy, unstoppable escape. Sure, you can punish him really hard. It's easy to punish an Anubarak, but Anubarak's engage is just
He's easy to
super
misplay.
overwhelming.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
'cause-
where do you put May? Just curious. I may not be.
Dumpster tier.
I put May next to Arthas. I would actually take Mal'Ganis and Blaze as a tank over May.
I mean,
the main reason is her engage is not consistent in any way. I think she has the weakest engage out of all the tanks, which really puts her down.
Oh man. Oh man. That's a.
I mean, hey, play May if
Play
you
what
want
you
to,
want,
man.
yeah.
Don't care about tiers.
It's more at, like the tier list is for like
Right,
up
no,
here
no,
in
no,
Storm,
no,
where
no, I
like May is
understand,
not
yeah.
gonna get a lot of value, you know.
Well, I draw a lot of May bands.
Yeah, I see that for sure.
Yeah. I spent I think my first season in NGS I played May 3 or 4 times the entire season because of bans. Anyway, but that's not the point. I appreciate the discussion. That's like again why I like these high level games is because it gives me a chance to talk to you guys about this stuff. But I understand that I also take forever in the post game. So game number 4, Infernal Shrines. What was the plan? How did you have to change the plan? Ready, go.
The plan was Stitches, kind of. It was Gorge, Gust, which took a while to start up. We were really behind in the beginning. We got picked off a lot. We had a lot of miscommunication on Gorges and hooks, but that later game when we started getting the picks where we needed, and then that last team fight really solidified the game for us.
Yeah, I was very confused because you gorged Diablo like every single time. It was always Diablo, which is like the not who you gorge target. So,
No, see,
tank to
we
tank.
we can do the Diablo because we have the Tychus, right? That's
Okay.
the only reason it was Diablo, because the plan was we hook Gorge, run away, and Gust, right? And then we drop him down and we can melt him with Tychus and Falstad, right? But the hard part was we were miscommunicating routes a couple times. We miscommunicated the Gust. I maybe went for an ambitious Gorge in the middle of the lane, right? That was the big issue with most of the early game ones. And then the late game one, I took Hungry Stitches and just gorged the first target I could and then gorged the rest of the team and dropped him right next to a wall for a Gust, and we won off of that.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Like really well. The getting Diablo out of the way, then being able to just kind of run over the rest of the team, and it showed. But again, it was just kind of a little confusing, a little bit mind blowing. That it's like, yeah, I'm gonna pull the Diablo, and yeah, he's in my belly, no big deal. It's just, like I said, it seemed backwards, but it did work out, and Tychus having that percentage damage means it doesn't matter which target you pull. There was one early game pull on Chromie that was just blind into that bush, that she was literally walking through the bush. She had just gone in and was walking. She didn't stop there at all. Not that you know that, right? You didn't have vision. But
No, so that actually was, this is the reason that we started picking Stitches. This is kind of a recent thing.
Are you about to tell me
know
intuition?
Yeah, I literally watched her rotate. Her vision went out bottom lane right before the bush, and I literally, in my mind, tracked the like walking speed into the bush
Fair
and
enough.
threw the hook to try and time it, and
Alright.
it ended up working out.
Because I absolutely flipped my shit. It was
Gingy's a god.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you go back and watch the cast, you'll see. Like, I just like absolutely freaked out. It was an amazing pull. I don't think she died, but that's beside the point. Like, that pull feels good.
I think that time she died, it was the next time when I did a similar sort of thing on a rotation
okay.
and got her on that right bush, and then Diablo charged in and we almost killed him, and it was just kind of unfortunate. It was a good play by Zane on the peel.
Yeah. But overall, really great set. I know I talk a lot on the Taco Show, but this was your win, and so I want to turn over to you guys, Gingy Boy, Shredded. If anything else you want to mention about the set, anything else you want to say, get your shout outs in, whatever. The floor is yours for a little bit if you want it.
Shout out to Million JPEG. They played really, really well. They were not an easy opponent, and yeah, no, they definitely earned a spot in Storm Div. Yeah, so shout out to them. Shout out to you, Mr. Caster, for casting our game. Shout out to CCS. Shout out to my team. I love every single member on this wonderful team, and yeah, that's about it.
And Valksmom.
And Valksmom, sure.
Always Valksmom.
Always.
I'm gonna probably piggyback off of most of those. Yeah, it was a shout out to JPEG. That was a really fun series. The scrims lately have been also super fun, so I was really looking forward to this. Shout out to you. Always love a good cast.
Well, I don't know about a good cast, but I enjoy casting.
I'm sure it's good, baby.
I'm sure it was great. And then I want to give a shout out to CCS and my team. I really appreciate the opportunity for you guys letting me to join mid-season. Felt like we turned it around, and it was a decent end. And then
it's not over
that's all
yet.
I got.
This is playoffs. It's not over yet.
Do we have another game? I thought this was the last one.
No, we're
still
in
got
the
more.
semis, dude.
All
We're in the
right,
semifinals.
let's keep going then. Another
Yeah,
great
baby.
continuation then.
He's like, am I done with this shit yet?
I
ready to
heard
play
we
another
was
role.
the last game. I
It's
heard
only-
maybe misheard.
You're at the point in the season where, unless you're taking it all, the last game is a loss, and you won, so you keep playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. Again, congratulations. My pleasure to cast. Again, the questionability of good or not. Well, I'll let y'all message me after you watch the replay. Very, very fun set to watch. Definitely had a great time. Thank you so much for joining me and the viewers. I think I've taken enough time here, so that's gonna be it for us. Gingy and Shredded, thank you so much, and enjoy your evening.
You as well. Thank you.
You too, man.
And so with that, we are going to bring this broadcast to a close. I'm going to find someone to raid. Real quick before I go, Darian's got a Twitter. That's the dog. I need to tweet him more. But lots of cute stuff there. I am Taco. You can find me at twitch.tv/LTaquito. I don't think I actually edited that comment. You're here at twitch.tv/LTaquito. You can find me on Twitter at @TheLilTaco. It's on the screen. And huge shout out to Region Hots, and Murda for bringing me into the Region Network, and my wife, of course, who is my healer in game and my healer in life. She keeps me alive everywhere I go because I am a tank that's always on the moon. But that is going to bring this broadcast to a close. Everybody that joined, thank you so much for hanging out. Sorry about missing that fourth game prediction, and we are going to move in onto a rad. Who are we going to rad? There's not here, let's check out Bonkai. We're gonna go check out the Bonks. He is casting some Heroes of the Storm, and so yeah, we're gonna keep going with NGS if I can make my game work. There we go. And with that, everybody, once again, thank you so much. Couldn't do this stuff without a view. I mean, I guess technically I could do it without a viewership, but it'd be a lot less fun. So thank you for joining me. Love you all. Have a fantastic evening. Tell Bonkai I said hi.
Dotsky looking for that damage, finds him on the Diablo. Diablo forced it back out as their health drops low. The Immortal now is at 25%.
Back down Yo on the Greymane, give me the first revolt. But is it ETC
see, no, that's Malfail up there, a triple.
The ley line used in the back, catching 3 people on top. That followed up by the APOC and the lurking on. Catching 2, but this time on is going to be the first one.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi.
There's the lead. Catches him in the mud pit. Time trap does pop. Mosh pit goes out. Fubu's still in trouble. Pops the stay a while.